My name is Craig Matos, and I'm one of the lead pastors of House SF. So I kind of grew up in church, but then I had what I always affectionately call my sabbatical from faith for quite a few years, and I was going through quite a bit. And what had happened is God delivered me from really the lifestyle that I was in and addiction. And so from that moment on, it was just such a turning point in my life. I think the most difficult thing to overcome has just been myself and my own voice and getting in my own way. When God says I'm one thing, I always would say, but look at, I failed, look at who I am, look at what I've done before. But God says, it's like He doesn't even acknowledge that. He says, this is who I've created you to be. Most of us haven't experienced unconditional, pure love. And so to experience a love that is there regardless of how we respond, even if we choose to reciprocate it, it's only the love of God can be like that. Philippians 1:6, being confident of this, that He who began a good work in you, can't even get through the verse. It's a verse that my mother spoke over me in a really just dark period of my life. I couldn't believe in anything. I didn't have faith for anything. I didn't have faith for myself. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe in my future. But that verse says that being confident of this, that He who began a good work in you will carry it on until completion, until the day of Christ Jesus. Like with that verse, when she gave it to me, it was like the last thing I wanted to hear, because I didn't want to hear a Bible verse. I wanted nothing to do with church. I wanted nothing to do with God even. And she's the one that saw that in me. She saw that God had actually, had a plan for me and a purpose for my life that I couldn't even fathom at that time. And regardless of how I would not be nice, just in my actions, what I'd say to her, and she still spoke that over me. She saw the man that I was to come. My deepest prayer for me and my family is that we continue to build a legacy that just displays God's love and faith. And then other prayer would be that people could just encounter the love of God like I have. He's called me to be a man of integrity. He's called me to be a great husband, a great friend, a great pastor, a great leader, and one that isn't threatened by other people, but one that empowers and equips and speaks life into other individuals, champions women, champions everybody in my world, and a church leader that doesn't just settle for the norm or the status quo. And I feel like I'm always growing into that. I reckon for the rest of my life, I'll always be growing into it. But definitely, He's called me to be a man of God.